Yitzhak brought Ribkah into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Ribkah, and she became his woman, and he loved her, and Yitzhak was comforted after his mother's death. Bereshit, Genesis chapter 25. And Abraham took another woman, and her name was Keturah. And she bare him Zemran, and Yeqshan, and Madan, and Madian, and Yeshabuk, and Shur. And Yeqshan begat Shabah, and Dadan, and the sons of Dadan were Hashurim, and Latushim, and Lohomim. And the sons of Madian, Raipha, and Oper, and Hanoch, and Habidah, and Heledah. All these were the children of Keturah. And Abraham gave all that he had to Yitzhak. But to the sons of the concubines that Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts, and he sent them away from Yitzhak his son, while yet he lived, eastward, to the east country. All these are the days of the years of Abraham's life which he lived, 175 years. And Abraham expired, and died in a good old age, an old man, and full of years, and was gathered to his people. And Yitzhak and Yishmael his sons buried him in the cave of the Machpelah, in the field of Ebron, the son of Thor the Cheti, which is before Mamre. The field which Abraham purchased of the children of Chet, there was Abraham buried, and Sarah his woman. And it was after the death of Abraham that God blessed Yitzhak his son, and Yitzhak dwelt by Beher Lahai Roi. Now these are the generations of Yishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Mithrite, Sarah's handmaid, bare to Abraham. And these are the names of the sons of Yishmael by their names, according to their generations. The firstborn of Yishmael, Nabayot, and Kedar, and Hadbehel, and Mabsham, and Mashma, and Duma, and Mashah, Chodad, and Taimah, Yitur, Naphish, and Qedmah. These are the sons of Yishmael, and these are their names, by their villages and by their encampments, 12 princes according to their nations. And these are the years of the life of Yishmael, 137 years, and he expired and died, and was gathered to his people. And they dwelt from Havilah to Shur, that is before Mithraim, as thou goest toward Ashur. He abode opposite all his brothers. And these are the generations of Yitzhak, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Yitzhak. And Yitzhak was 40 years old when he took Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel the Harami of Paddan Haram, the sister of Laban the Harami, to be his woman. And Yitzhak entreated Yahweh for his woman, because she was barren. And Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his woman conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I like this? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. And Yahweh said to her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 peoples shall be separated from thy bowels. and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the older shall serve the younger. And when her days for giving birth were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came forth red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came forth his brother, and his hand had hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Ishaq was 60 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a quiet man, dwelling in tents. And Ishaq loved Esau, because he did eat of his venison, and Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob boiled pottage, and Esau came in from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, Sell me first thy birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am about to die, and what profit shall the birthright do to me? And Jacob said, Swear to me first. And he swore an oath to him, and he sold his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils. Then he did eat and drink, and rose up, and went his way. So Esau disesteemed his birthright. And there was a famine in the land, besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Yitzhak went to Abimelech, king of the Philistine, to Gerar. And Yahweh appeared to him and said, Go not down into Mithraim, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of, sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee. For to thee and to thy seed I will give all these lands, and I will establish the oath which I swore to Abraham thy father, and I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the skies, and will give to thy seed all these lands. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because that Abraham obeyed my voice, and kept my charge, my commands, my statutes, and my laws. And Yitzhak dwelt in Gerar.